What's up, guys? Talon back with a video. Just jumped into Rainbow Six Siege, and I'm going to do a performance test in Rainbow Six Siege at 4K, 144 hertz with the RTX 3080. I just picked up the RTX 3080 this morning. I waited in line at Micro Center for like 12 hours plus. I got there late last night once I realized it sounded like a lot of people were heading over there. The plan was originally to go about 5 a.m., thinking that was plenty of time, 5 hours before opening, and if I had gotten there, I definitely wouldn't have been able to get a card at that time. So I went over 10 or 11 p.m., somewhere in between there, and waited in line for about 12 hours. And then store finally opened at 10 o'clock, and I was able to get one. They ended up doing, basically they had X amount of cards in stock, and they just went down the line and counted out, and then when they got to the person that was unlucky enough to basically be told, hey, probably not going to have enough cards for you and anybody after you guys, so you may as well just hop out of line, or stay or whatever you want. But they basically let them know about 2 hours before the store opened. The manager kind of came through. Anyways, I was like within the first 20, and they had over 30 cards, a little over 30 cards, so I was able to get a card. I got the EVGA XC3 Ultra card. Pretty good card so far from what I can test. Blows my 2080 Ti out of the water, even when it was heavily overclocked with an unlocked 2000 watt V-BIOS and underwater. This card at stock. This is fully stock right now. The fans aren't tuned up. I have not adjusted the power limits. I haven't adjusted the clocks or the memory, nothing. This is out of box, card in the case, driver installed, performance. And I've tested out Battlefield V so far. I ran a time spy test, and this card blows my 2080 Ti out of the water at I think it was $749 plus tax, so about $798 I think it was, something like that, out of the store today. And my 2080 Ti for the Win3 I think was like $1349 or $1379 plus tax for EVGA. So yeah, this card's pretty impressive. I decided to go with the 3080 at least for now because it offers a pretty healthy bump in performance, and basically I sold my 2080 Ti for about $1,000 cash, just slightly under there, and so basically I got an upgrade for free and pocketed the rest of the money. And yeah, I don't think the 20% is worth spending 110% of what this card costs, 100% more or whatever. After you get an AIB, you get taxes, it's going to be at least 110% of what this card costs. So 4K, I do have a new LG 27GN950. It's a true 4K 144 Hz panel with 1 millisecond response time, G-Sync compatible, HDR 600. Super awesome monitor. I'm going to be getting some more videos out talking about this monitor very soon. 4K resolution, full screen, 144 Hz, 90 field of view. The graphics settings are set to ultra settings. Everything is set to the maximum. I don't have lens effects and zoom in depth of field on. I never use those, so I'm going to leave it off for the video. TAA and render scaling is at 100%, which leads to a true 4K resolution. I have 90% sharpness. They also changed out the benchmark, so it's slightly different. I didn't know that. I just ran it just before I started the video, and it's like, oh, it's slightly different. Now keep in mind, I am recording. When I'm not recording, this is maxing out at 141 FPS and pretty much holding that consistently through the entire benchmark, which means this card delivers in Rainbow Six Siege for a 4K 144 screen the max FPS you would want to get, or that you can get. It's just buttery smooth. It's unbelievable. And you can see up here, if you look at the top left, you see 81% GPU utilization. That means that the card isn't even being pushed to its max potential. So the power limit hasn't been changed. I haven't clocked it, and it's basically saying, okay, because it's frame capping itself at 141 FPS. Keep that in mind. It is frame capping because of G-Sync. It typically frame caps frames per second lower than your refresh rate to ensure that you stay within the G-Sync range. So basically, the card, because of that, the card isn't being pushed to its max. So that's insane. This card can do 4K ultra settings in this game and it's still only at 80%, 85, 76% utilization. It's not even being maxed out, which means it could deliver beyond 4K and max out the game, which is nuts. So there you guys go. That's a quick test of it. Pretty insane performance. It is paired with the 10900K 5 gigahertz all cores, and this is the performance you can expect. So I hope you guys enjoy.